Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Cristin. I'm a lifestyle vlogger, and today I'm here to give you guys my review of the Ugg Bed Spread. So if you guys follow me over on Instagram, or if you guys seen my recent Bed Bath & Beyond haul video, you guys know that I bought this Ugg bed spread. It was quite the splurge for us. I am normally a bed in the bag from Walmart kind of a girl, right? Like 65 bucks, 75 bucks for a bedspread. Even that I feel like is a little salty, but like, you need a bedspread. I had been eyeing this particular bedspread at Bed Bath & Beyond for a couple of weeks. And I've always kind of lived by the rule of like, if you keep thinking about something for several weeks, especially if like it's a big purchase and you just keep thinking about it, then like maybe treat yourself, like if you can financially do it. And it just so happened that my Bed Bath & Beyond went out of business, right? Like I had seen this bedspread, was thinking about it for a couple of weeks, and then my Bed Bath & Beyond announced that they were going out of business and everything in store is going to be 20% off. And I was like, if ever was the time to buy this bedspread, I'm doing it now. It was like $178 regular. I got 20% off of that, so whatever that comes up to. And I showed it to you guys before I ever put it on my bed. I showed it to you guys in my Bath & Body Works, oh my gosh, Bed Bath & Beyond haul. And then I also posted a picture of it over on my Instagram. And it's so soft. Like that's what got me in store. Like I live in mid-central Indiana. It is cold here. Currently, I think we have like 12 inches of snow on the ground. You know, it's not uncommon to get down in the negatives. And so something nice and fluffy and plush like this would just be perfect for cold winter nights. And it, you know, Ugg brand, you automatically think like that's gotta be good quality because like it's Ugg and their stuff is so expensive. Like y'all, price point does not equal quality. Price point equals brand name. And that's just what I've come to learn over time. And you would think by now I would know. Don't waste your money, because Walmart has bedspreads that look pretty similar to this. I'm not sure that they're quite the same look, but they're very similar in feel. And I think theirs are like 40 bucks. I should have just saved my money and got one of those, and it probably would have held up better, honestly. So here's the thing with this thing. We got it, put it on our bed, had it for like 2 weeks, maybe. At this point, like we got it at the very middle of December, and now it's like middle of February. Like Valentine's Day was just last week for reference, okay? So December, picked it up, put it on our bed. It was, you know, a few weeks before Christmas, kind of like an early Christmas present to me because I really wanted it, and I never buy myself luxury items. Some of you might not feel like this is a luxury item, but I feel like it is, right? Like $178 bedspread, that is a luxury item, okay? So I was so excited for it, put it on my bed. It's so soft, so cozy. The first issue I had with it, and I kind of thought it might happen, is that sleeping with this bedspread with my husband, we were both just like dying, pouring sweat. Like I keep using it because I paid so much money for it, but I'm no longer comfortable sleeping with it, if I'm being honest. Like I love laying on it. It is so soft just to like hang out and relax on. And then there's been a few times my husband has taken work trips and has been gone, and it's just me here. And when that happens, the bedspread is amazing. Like if you're like a single person, you're gonna love it. Well, until you get to the other parts that are an issue. But as far as like how warm it is, like if you're sleeping with a partner and one of y'all tends to run hot, I would recommend skipping this. Last night, literally, like I got so hot, probably about like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I just rolled out of the bed, laid my blanket flat, and laid on top of it. And I was still warm because of how warm it was underneath of me, while my husband was over here just like radiating heat because he's like a little heater. I don't know. He just runs hot. And so I kind of thought that might happen, but I really wanted it so soft and plush. And so, you know, kind of like luxury item. And I was like, and if you guys have been following me for a long time, you know, like we went on like this long financial journey. I know everybody uses the word journey when like you're trying to accomplish something, but like it took us years to get ourselves to a financial place where I'm like, I can spend $178 on a bedspread because I want to and just do it. Like it's taken us years to get to this point. And so it was like a big kind of like reward for that in some ways. And so even though I was a little leery about how hot it would be to sleep in, I was like, you know what, I really want it. And it's beautiful. I've never had a bedspread that I feel like looks this beautiful before. Which some of you guys might think looks boring and plain, but like That's me, y'all. Like, I'm not I'm not super fancy with stuff. And I loved the pleated lines going through the bedspread, and I loved the color and the soft fluffy plushness of it. And it's soft on the other side. It's not as plush, but it's super soft on the other side too. Just a darker gray. You guys can see it from the fold there. And I had to have it. So we have it on for 2 weeks. Very quickly, we realized how hot this thing gets, okay? And so I was like, you know what? This is going to be like our winter bedspread, right? Use it for winter, put it away, not a big deal. We have another one that we've had for years that's like super thick, and it's just been like our winter bedspread. Not nearly as expensive as this, but, you know, a thick, nice bedspread for winter. And then we have thinner ones we use in the summer, because middle of Indiana, like, it can be over 100 degrees in the middle of summer, and you definitely wouldn't want this. So for wintertime, though, like I said, it can get down to the negatives, and you can have like -21 chill. Like, we get it all, okay? So the issue we started having about 2 weeks into having this bedspread is that, and I will show it here in like a little clip, strings started popping loose, okay? And like, you would catch your toes on them, and we're still having that issue to this day. We're still having issues with strings popping loose on the underside where like the gray part is, and our toes are catching on them at night and pulling them and making them worse. I've gone through and I've clipped the strings here and there, but like, they just keep popping loose. And that is causing the pleating on the front side in some places to disappear, because the thread is coming loose. So it's kind of like unraveling. Another issue that I noticed when I very first bought it, and let me see if I can find it on here. I'm not sure if it's on this end. Yes, it is, I think. Okay, so I just checked all the edges, and it turns out they all look the same. When I very first put this bedspread on, I was thinking it was this edge because it had the UGG tag on it, right? Like, it had that, and I was like, I was pretty sure it was this edge. So I would expect this kind of craftsmanship from like Walmart, but I was kind of expecting something a little bit better here. Maybe that's just me being nitpicky, but like $178 bedspread, right? Like, I feel like I get to be nitpicky here. So let me see how well you guys can see this on camera. Right? Like, you just have like this edge here that's very, like, I wouldn't call it necessarily a raw edge because it's been stitched, but you got that little flap right there. And all four corners are like that. But I just kind of thought, coming from UGG, it wouldn't, like, I just felt like that looked not quite like a raw edge, but like not the neatest work either. So I guess I don't know enough about sewing to have any higher expectations, but I just was a little surprised by that on the edge where the pieces came together. I just kind of thought it would be a little bit of a neater, tidier, maybe that little raw edge piece wouldn't be flopping around down there. I mean, just a tiny little spot, but I was just a little surprised by that. Again, wouldn't be that nitpicky with like Walmart, okay? I'm not expecting high quality there, but like, UGG, $178 bedspread, kind of expecting the best here. So that was like my first red flag. Was like, that's a little weird on the edging. Like, I kind of thought that the work would be a little more detailed, and like, you know, you wouldn't just like have that seamed edge there where it's just like, here it is, this is where we put it together. You know, again, Walmart blanket, totally expect that. UGG, thought there'd be a little more craftsmanship there. Anyway, 2 weeks in, seams start popping. It's a pain in the butt. We're here towards the end of February, still have seams popping, still a pain in the butt. And I don't know what's causing that. You could say it's how I'm handling or washing it, but here's the thing with that, okay? Yeah, this is a dry clean only bedspread, which if I had known that, I wouldn't have bought it, because I don't even think my town has any dry cleaners left in it. Could be wrong. If you're from the area, let me know, but I think they're all gone. And then how much money am I supposed to spend on the regular for like dry cleaning a bedspread? I mean, maybe I'm just like not at that tax bracket to have the mentality of getting a luxury bedspread and then maintaining it. Like, I've never had a bedspread that needed that much attention. Like, you just shove it in the washing machine, right? Like, you know, so again, maybe I'm just not on that level. But when I did read the tag and realized that, I was all like, oh crap, I'm supposed to send this off to like a dry cleaners. So anyways, I had it for 2 weeks and we hadn't washed it or anything when the tag started popping, or the seams started popping on it. So you can't blame it on how I was caring for it, because I was just sleeping on it, right? Like I just underneath sleeping on it. And I guess you could nitpick and say, well, maybe it's because you don't use a top sheet. I want to interject right here and say this has nothing to do with me not using a top sheet on the regular. I did go ahead and put on a top sheet after filming this, just so I can double check myself and see if this was the issue or not. So we did sleep with it with a top sheet for a couple of nights, and we were still melting with this blanket. And that is true. We don't sleep with a top sheet. We don't. And I know some people are grossed out by that, but like I said, I'm a bed in a bag kind of girl. Like I just shove the whole thing in a washing machine every 2 weeks and call it good, unless it needs it sooner. Like, you know? And I hate top sheets because I feel like they make me extra hot. And then like I always shove them down to the end of the bed anyways. And honestly, it was one of the first adult choices I think that I ever made. Probably not really, but like, you know, my mom always told me how to make a bed. Was like, you know, you got your bottom sheet on, and then your top sheet, and then your quilt, and your pillows, and that's just how you make your bed. And like you tuck your top sheet in around the mattress, and then, you know, whatever, that's just how you make a bed. And I very distinctly remember making the bed in my first apartment, and it just hit me like a light bulb. Like I've been there a couple months, and it just hit me like a light bulb of like, I don't have to put this on. I don't have to use a top sheet. My mom is not here to make me use a top sheet. Like, so I just didn't put it on, and I've never looked back, and my husband's never complained. Like, we've just never been fans of top sheets. Like, I didn't like them my entire childhood. I don't like them as an adult. I don't use them, right? Like, we're just not fans. And so we just wash everything like every 1 to 2 weeks based on need. And so I suppose if we were using a top sheet and then had this on top of the top sheet, our toes wouldn't be catching the strings and popping the snags. But again, $178 bedspread, I would expect better quality to where I don't have to sleep with a top sheet, right? Like my Walmart stuff, my bed in a bag, I don't have to wear a top sheet. I don't have to wear a top sheet. I don't have to sleep with a top sheet to keep from ruining my bedspread. And like, again, maybe I'm just not in that tax bracket yet to have such fussy bedspreads, but like, I was shocked. I figured that it would have the quality and just the craftsmanship to handle being directly against my body and my toes, and apparently it can't. And it's not just my toes either. His side of the bed also got snags, okay? So it is what it is. I will say it has handled going through the washing machine, and I put it on tumble dry low, and it did okay. We haven't had any matting in the fluff, which was something I was very worried about. I won't say we haven't had any. We had like one little spot, but like I just kind of like, I won't say I brushed it out, but like I kind of messed with it with my fingernails, and it came loose of itself, and I couldn't even tell you where it's at. It looks just like everything else. So the material itself is super soft, super fluffy. It handled the washing machine okay. It did fine on a tumble low in the dryer. Took all day to dry, but it did okay. I'm not quite brave enough to stick it on like a high heat. And come summertime, well, I probably won't be sleeping with it come summertime, but I was gonna say I could put it out on the line, but like right now it would just freeze, right? Like we just have a frozen blanket out there. So anyway, I just wanted to make this review video to remind you guys that price does not always equal quality. And I wanted to caution you guys against buying this bedspread because I put it out there. I was like, look at this beautiful bedspread that I bought. I put it on Instagram and I put it on YouTube. And I was so excited about it. And I'd feel really bad if somebody went out there and bought the same bedspread because I bought it. And now you're in a pickle. And if that happened to you, I am so sorry, because had I known the quality wasn't going to be that great, I would not have been so excited to share it with you guys. So I know I've had it for a couple months, and I definitely should have made this video sooner. I just hadn't gotten around to it. Got a lot of stuff going on in my own life. I started babysitting soon. I started babysitting the very beginning of January. And so learning how to wrangle 3 kids has been an adjustment. And I just haven't felt like I've had a ton of time for filming. Just like sit down and film. Like, you know, I have to like rework my life, you know. Not a bad thing. We love having a little guy here. It's just an adjustment period. Anytime you get a new kid, it's an adjustment period. So I haven't been filming as much as I was because of that. But we're starting to like get into a good routine, get things figured out, and like get adjusted to everybody. And so hopefully I can start getting back to like better filming. But that's why I didn't make this sooner. I wish I had. I did respond to a few comments saying like I wouldn't recommend it, but I hadn't made the review video. So that is what this is. Don't buy this bedspread. I don't think it's worth the money. I wish I could have a redo and go back, but like I said, my Bed Bath & Beyond was going out of business, and it was a very strict like no returns because they're going out of business. So it is what it is. Lesson learned. I'm gonna keep getting my bed from a bag at Walmart. Like I said, Walmart had a bedspread very similar to this. Not quite the same pleated look to it. I don't even know if it was exactly a bedspread. It might just be like a very like large quilt. Like I don't think it came with like sheets and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, Walmart has some similar blankets that feel very similar. I can't speak to the quality because I've never bought one, but I'm kind of wishing I had, because I'd rather mess up a $40 blanket over a $178 blanket. Let's just be honest with that, right? Like $170 is a lot of money to spend on a blanket. I could have put that money in savings. Like, so there you have it. Also, I wouldn't recommend Ugg bath towels. I've never personally bought them, but I was looking at them at Bed Bath & Beyond, and those things were scratchy. Like when you think Ugg, you think super soft, plush, warm, fluffy, right? And like I've never actually had their shoes either, because like that's a lot of money for shoes. So yeah, like this is my only Ugg purchase I've ever made. But yeah, I don't think I would recommend those bath towels. I was looking at buying them until I felt how scratchy they were, and I was like, no. So if you ever see those online, like just skip them. I mean, I could be wrong. If you've had them and you've washed them and they've softened up and been beautiful, let us know in the comments below. But again, like for the price point, I think it was like $20 like per towel or something. Like they were expensive. Like I would expect them to be soft from the get-go, not a, hey, spend 20 bucks on my towels and wash them to make them soft. Like, no, I'm spending that much money on your fancy brand name towels. Like, they should be soft to begin with, because like Walmart's towels are soft and fluffy. Like, hi, hello, they're $8 or less. So anyways, that's it for this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you for hanging out and for watching. Let me know if you've got this bedspread. I know they're flying off the shelf at my Bed Bath & Beyond. Like half my town probably has them, because they were just going. But they look so beautiful, and they're so soft, and they're Ugg, right? Like, you know, like, oh, I want name brand. Let me know if you guys have had this bedspread, what your experience has been. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just got a bummer of a bedspread. But I'm getting annoyed of my toes catching all night long, right? Like, kind of over it. So that's gonna be it for me. That's my review, my thoughts and opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below. If you are new, I hope you decide to take the time to check out my channel, see if there's anything else you'd like to watch. Maybe we can be internet friends. And if you're already subscribed, I hope to connect with you in the comments down below. And other than that, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.